Hey guys, welcome back to Smoky Mountain Iron Skillet. We're going to be making something today that probably nobody that's going to be watching this video has ever made. We're going to either be making cornbread, or a pound bread, whichever one you want to call it. So get ready. I'm going to show you how I do it with my iron skillet. All joking aside, I know everybody's made cornbread. I know everybody's probably saying, well, I know how to make cornbread. Well, that's true. Pretty much everybody knows how to make cornbread. But for those that may be beginners with the iron skillet, you worry a little bit about sticking, burning, and all these things, which, it's all right to be concerned about it, but don't worry about it. A lot of things will take care of itself as long as you use enough oil, your heat's right and all that. It'll take care of itself. You don't really have to worry about it burning. And I'm sure that those that have used cast iron, their grandmas used cast iron, moms used cast iron. You walked in the kitchen plenty of times, went to visit your grandma or something like that. You go in the kitchen, there's always a pan of cornbread, either sitting on the stove, the table, or somewhere. Well, one thing that I do, and I know for those that have watched my video, introduction video, we still just getting started trying to do our videos just to have fun with it. Maybe actually do something, maybe to help somebody have a little fun, put a smile on your face or whatever. This pan here, as I explained before, my cornbread pan, other than the first time that I actually bought the skillet, or whether the skillet was given to me as a gift from my daughter, I didn't buy it. But first time I washed it with water, before I ever used it for the first time coming from the factory. I always want to wash them off. They may have residue from the dust, the casting, things like that. Other than that, in neighborhood of 8 to 10 years, never has there been water touch this skillet again. I've prided myself in this skillet right here because I'm very careful. I don't even let a dribble of water get on it. So if we had smell of phone, smell of vision, smell of YouTube or something like that, you could smell this skillet right now and it smells just like a pan of cornbread. But the one thing that I do, and I think does probably three things when I'm get my skillet ready, get my batter ready, I will take and start preheating my oven at 400 degrees. And I will take my skillet when I start the preheating, and I will put probably around an 1/8 to 1/4 of a cup of oil. I make sure the whole bottom's covered, and make sure the oil, you can kind of just turn it, and that oil just kind of run, and make sure that whole bottom's covered. And I will preheat that skillet while I'm getting my batter ready. And when that thing reaches 400 degrees, your oven, you'll have your batter ready, cornmeal mix, and you will take and get that skillet out. When you put that batter in there, you will hear it start frying. It'll start frying that bottom of that cornbread, and it'll make it crispy. To me, it makes it crispy. It'll make it taste a whole lot better. You get a lot of that oil infused into your cornbread, makes it a little more moister, and it cuts down on your cooking time. When that cornbread starts frying and that skillet's that hot, it'll cut down on your cooking time, start cooking it a whole lot quicker. So to me, cornbread, I don't know if, probably couldn't even remember the last time I ever had cornbread that I didn't make it in iron skillet. Like I say, I've used this one for 8 to 10 years. Used other skillets before that. So to me, there's nothing like cornbread cooked in iron skillet. So we're going to get this thing preheating, get it fired up, get this thing screaming hot, get our batter ready, and then we'll be back and we'll let you hear that sizzle. Go ahead and getting your cornmeal mix and all that ready. Now this is how I make mine. Mix mine up. You can mix yours how you want to. I usually put about a couple of cups of cornmeal, especially for the size skillet, and that does depend on the size skillet. Now this is a 1/2 cup, so don't think I'm slapping 4 cups in there. So it depends on your size skillet, how big a pan of cornbread you want, or a pound of cornbread, however you want to call it. I always put about 2, sometimes just a little bit more than 2 cups. And then, now a lot of people doesn't do this, a lot of people don't put flour, but I usually add about a cup of flour into my cornmeal mix. I just like the way it makes it, the texture to it, and all that. So, and I'll take and just kind of mix that flour around before I put anything wet in it. I'll kind of get the flour and the cornmeal mixed together. Next thing that I usually do, I will take and put a couple eggs in it. crack these here without getting these shells. We want crunchy cornbread on the bottom, but not throughout. So we'll just try to get these eggs in here. I always put a couple eggs in it. We'll set that aside right there. I always use buttermilk, any kind of buttermilk you want. It's up to you. And guys, this is another thing that I do not measure. I put just so I feel like it's right and it's the thickness and all that I want. So you put however much, you make it however you need to, and you know, go from there. Just figure it out, especially for beginners. Like I say, I know everybody's made cornbread and all that before, so just try to do it however you like it. Just get it all mixed in. Just start mixing that in, and I'll take my cornmeal. I'll always add at least 1/8 of a cup of oil into my batter to go with it, and that just kind of helps it cook and brings that oil to the top of it a little bit and stuff. Just to me, just makes it a little better. So you get that mixed together while you're waiting on your pan to preheat. All right, guys, we've got our pan out here. You can see we've got our pan out of here and our batter here. I'll get down here where you can get a look at it. Now you can mix it however your consistency you want. It's not real thick, not real thin, but that's just however you like to do yours. But we're going to put this in here and get it in the oven, get it started. I don't know if you can hear that sizzling, that frying or not, but it's already a frying, the sizzling. I hope you like my fashion sense today. I got a little pink purplish bowl mixing my cornbread up with a little blue handled whisker there. So I've got a good fashion sense about me, I guess you would say. So we're going to get this in the oven. It's already a frying. I don't know if you can see that. I hope you can see that bubbling up on the edges there. But we're going to get it in the oven about 20-25 minutes. It'll be done. We'll see what it looks like. All right, after about 25 minutes, get you a heat-proof oven mitt. Grab a hold of that thing, get it out. Should be good and done, golden brown. But you better be sure to use a heat-proof oven mitt, because if you grab a hold of an iron skillet with a bare hand, that's a new kind of hurt. Now, I set it down here and see if it'll just slide right out. Just flip that out right there. See how hot, golden brown that is, crispy on the bottom. Your iron skillet there, you can see it's still got plenty of oil in it. And I know there's going to be some out there saying, oh, no, he used too much oil. That's so unhealthy. I know people live 92 years old eating the grease. So just take it, wipe it out a little bit, and then just take and hang it up. That's all you got to do to it. Then all you got to do, you want to try that cornbread out, just flip that thing around like that right there. Just look how pretty and golden brown that is. Make your tongue beat your brains out. Right, now if you want you a little dessert, now I've got a little bit of collard greens over here to eat with the cornbread tonight, but if you want a little dessert, like when I was growing up, we always took this as dessert when we got to do this. Take your little cornbread, put it down in your little cup, glass, whatever you want to get. Now, my wife likes buttermilk. I make my cornbread with buttermilk, but I gag trying to drink it, so I can't handle the buttermilk drinking it. So put you a little bit of milk in there. Just pour that milk in it. Take that and just stir it up real good. Get it down in that milk, all soggy and all nasty and all that good stuff. Then just get you a bite of that. And that right there will be tongue slapping good right there. Remember this, anything that you cook in cast iron, anything that I tell you in cast iron, that's what works for me. Don't necessarily maybe be for you, just try that yourself, but this is just some things that works for me. Remember this, God Family Food or God Food Family, your choice.